Jake. On landscape design, what's the most important thing you gotta know?
Most important is going to be the most important thing is to understand the big picture goals of the homeowner. Looking at the property from an investment standpoint, how long are they planning to stay in the house? Is this just a flip? Is this a spec house? Is this a forever home? Is this just till the kids get out of school? So we start there, and then we get into questions about what they like about the property or what they like about the house and how they want to make the indoor and outdoor work together. And then as I walk the property, I start to get into the details of the site itself. That's looking at drainage, that's looking at how the sun moves across the property as the day goes on, sunrise and sunset locations. Looking at what planting or natural features are already there, what can we enhance, what can we add to, as opposed to just scraping and starting from scratch, although sometimes we scrape and start from scratch. So specifically about this property and how we looked at the landscape, you know what, it's gonna be a lot better if we print it out, blow it up, and we'll talk up there. When I first got on site, they were well into framing. I'm pretty sure it was in the dry, and they were starting to work on interior finishes. So I had a good sense already of how the house sat on the land. And what's really nice about this property, it's not 100% lakefront, but it's kind of nestled down in somewhat of a valley, and then there's a woodland walk out to the water over here. So it had this nice feeling of being nestled down in the woods. The homeowners really liked the idea of bringing in a lot of perennials, something of a pollinator garden, a lot of horticultural elements, not just evergreen plantings around the house, but they wanted to get pops of color, pops of flowers, seasonal change as the year went on, and they really did want the indoor and outdoor to feel as seamless as possible. Looking at that, it wasn't just that they had built the screen porch as a place to hang out. They wanted views from the screen porch. They wanted something interesting as they looked out all directions. They actually thought about the view out the window as they came up and down the stairs every day. So the back of the house wasn't just an afterthought. We had to think about a series of plantings to put there. And then of course, you've got a series of outdoor patios. So they wanted to add some different interests, different plant interests as they were sitting out back. One big element that they did want to highlight as they came in was this idea of a butterfly garden, which is a mix of perennials that would pop in the spring and last through the summer into the fall. And that's your main slope as you come down and enter the house. So that was a really big feature of the front of the house, and that's supplemented with a backdrop of evergreens and some different flowering trees to create a little interest. We captured aspects all around this valley, so to speak. So it was nice as you came home in the evening, or if you were sitting at any window in the house, you've got a view of different things going on, and then that led you out to the lake through the woodland pathway. And in thinking about the access to the lake, it wasn't just let's have a straight stairwell and a straight shot out to the lake. They wanted to bring some interest there too, both in the pathway material itself and in the lines and the flow that we took. So whether you're stepping off the screen porch and coming around, or you're on the lower level patio and making a decision to go to a more private space or make your way out to the lake, we wanted to be a little more organic feeling, a little loose, kind of that woodland look. So we've got some nice curvilinear pathways. We've mixed in some nice boulder walls. That's not just to retain the slope, but also to give some interest. And then it transitions to a more loose mulch pathway that gets you all the way down to the lake. So as we wrapped up this project, what what we feel was really successful about this is that it's not just a matter of stepping outside the house and sitting on the patio only or making a straight shot to the lake. It's that, we really gave the owners choices on how and where they move about the property and how they enjoy different parts of the property, and that every part that we're able to develop and landscape gives an opportunity to enjoy it in different ways, whether that's watching wildlife and the flora and fauna do their thing up in the butterfly garden, or being able to take little pauses as you move around the property or move on down to the lake. But we've kind of created points of interest all over the property, and I think it was a real success.